Hello, and welcome to the Wastelands, where everyone's a little mad and crazy is expecting things to work the same way they did before, only to find out that in the span of less than a day, the entire system you're used to working with is completely different. Welcome back to Dragon Age. After we finished saving Empress Celine and having her work together with Brianna, but throwing Gaspar under the bus, we have now got to start working on deciding who we want as the Divine, and I am going to aim to set up Liliana as the Divine in this setting. So without further ado, let's jump into the game. But also, apparently from yesterday to today, OBS is different. So now I can't even see my events. I mean, you didn't really miss much, Teets, other than the annoyance that OBS changed again. Because now I can't actually see my events. I can't see what people follow, what people do. I used to have a list of that, but now it's gone and I can't find how to set it up again. Yeah, kinda. So now if you drop a metal bar, I won't actually get to see it. The only way I guess I could do it is pulling up the Twitch one, but then that's also going to cost resources. I can see it in chat, it's not quite the same. Nice try. Hmm. Yeah, nope. I'm going to have to try and figure that out another moment because it fucking sucks. But oh well.
I didn't get the chance to say so earlier, but welcome back to Skyhold. After that terrible journey through the Fade, it must feel good to stand on solid ground again, you know?
It doesn't feel different, honestly.
The ground in the Fade feels much the same. It's just more likely to disappear.
Well, you can breathe easy. I've not yet known the ground here to disappear, but I suppose nothing is certain these days.
Carry on.
I'll leave you to your work.
Yes?
Carry on.
I'll leave you to your work.
For starters, let's go take a look at the wharf table. Also, I got Gato just off screen a little.
Pitter patter, up and at it.
It said I got a bunch of armors. Doesn't look like it. Well, let's sell. Let's take a look if I can upgrade a better version for my sword. Tier 4. Not yet, so before I do anything else, let me head to a specific location. Nobody seems to have changed costs yet. So, world map. I love how it says mages are masters of control, and here is Darth just swinging a sword. It's not much control, he's a team in and of
We
himself.
had a visitor the other day. Turned out to be a Venatori. We fed him to the monster under the floorboards. He made a delightful crunching noise. Are they all like that?
Probably? Tier 4 cloth, Tier 4 leather, Tier 4 metal, Tier 3, Tier 2, Tier 1. There we go.
Not antagonize Chauncey the tiny bear. He may be small, but he nips.
Anyway, let's go back to Skyhold. I don't need a party because it's going back home anyway. I'm kind of annoyed that I can't see stuff. Hey Vic, how are you? I'm doing alright. I had pizza today, so I'm good. I'm just a little annoyed at OBS right now. OBS or Stream Elements, I don't know which one changed it. Pizza is nice. Pizza.
Inquisitor.
How goes Leak? It has kind of absorbed you and we don't see you anymore.
What's with scalding?
Let's create a sword. Yeah, I've noticed. You shouldn't be a stranger though, you should come hang out with us more. But yeah, I don't know if you have recently opened OBS, Vic, but apparently they removed the activity feed screen, and I don't know how to get it back. So that's fun. I should probably save it before I make this, because this might fail. Yes, you are. You're just not consistent enough. More armor penetration. That would be good. Thunder on hit. Stagger. More attack is pretty good. More stagger. More attack. I'll go with attack. Dragon weapon. Ooh, critical damage. Ooh. I mean, I know it's an understatement, but also, this is probably as strong as I can make it. I must have pressed the wrong button. As I was saying, you are knee deep in League again. Why don't you just stream that game? That will always get viewers, even if it is just people looking down on you. Now I can hear you. Now I wish I didn't. I mean, it's not only people looking down on you. I would watch it, and I don't look down on you.
Serve the Lord.
Doesn't this... This is a staff. Why is it not working? Anyway. No worries. Why? Wait, what? Stuff only. Stuff only. Let's see if this one goes. No. So on prototype I had non-staff, non-staff, staff, could I have made, let me check, could I have made that weapon with a baseline fire, cold, fire, electricity, cold? So because there's already electricity on it, I need to create a different might as well try to put a Master Frost rune on it. Oh, what did these guys say?
Something strange for you, Inquisitor. You're used to that by now, right?
I'll see you later, Dagna.
I can't wait. What can I do for you?
We'll talk later.
I'll see you later, Dagna.
I can't wait.
Good to see you.
I'll be back later.
I'll be here.
I doubt I can upgrade any of these, but I'll check. Oh, I got one upgraded. But now, let's go to the war table and go out, send people out on missions. So I've got a lot of missions.
It's time to plan our next attack. What's the state of the Inquisition?
Our alliance with Orlais holds. For the present. They'll send aid on request.
And your actions at Adamant denied Corypheus his army of pet demons. With Orlay's support, our numbers match his. Corypheus's followers must be panicking.
My agents agree. Our victories have shaken his disciples.
Let's hope for deserters.
Perhaps they'll rethink following the Darkspawn Magister from the dawn of time. Where is Corypheus now?
After you dealt with the Duchess, Corypheus uprooted his major strongholds. He's moving south to the Arbor Wilds. His army clearly wasn't prepared to flee. Our victories have them on the defensive.
We'll keep them there.
They've terrorized Thetis long enough. We end them now. If Corypheus is hiding in the Arbor Wilds, that's where we'll go.
But what is Corypheus doing in such a remote area?
His people have been ransacking elven ruins since Haven. We believe he seeks more. What he hopes to find, however, continues to elude us.
Which should surprise no one. Fortunately, I can assist.
Please continue.
You have my attention, Lady Morgan.
What Corypheus seeks in those Forgotten Woods is as ancient as it is dangerous.
Which is?
'Tis best if I show you.
You know, you would think that they would all go, so they would all be updated.
This is an Illuvian, an elven artifact from a time long before their empire was lost to human greed. I restored this one at great cost, but another lies within the Arbor Wilds. That is what Corypheus seeks.
It is beautiful.
It's beautiful in its way.
I found legends of an elven temple within the Arbor Wilds. Untouched. It proved too dangerous to approach, and thus I turned elsewhere to find my prize. If Corypheus has turned southward, he could succeed where I failed. The Illuvian would be his.
What does it do?
A more appropriate question would be, where does it lead?
So somehow it all revolves around these Illuvians. Oh, excuse me. Hundreds of Illuvians.
If this place once had a name, it has long been lost. I call it the Crossroads, a place where all Illuvians join, wherever they might be.
It's incredible.
This place is extraordinary. How could this even exist?
Who can say? Formed from the fabric of time and space, perhaps. The ancient elves left no roads, only ruins hidden in far-flung corners. This is how they traveled between them. As you can see, most of the mirrors are dark, broken, corrupted, or unusable. As for the rest, a few can be opened from this side, but only a few.
How did you find this?
How did you find out about this place?
My travels have led me to many strange destinations, Inquisitor. Once, they led me here. It offered sanctuary.
Sanctuary?
Not all the mirrors lead back to our world. The ancients were nothing if not resourceful.
What does that mean?
If they don't lead back to our world, then...
Places between, like this one. I can describe it no better. For a time, I had a respite with the man I loved. For a time, I had a safe place to raise my son. But only for a time. One cannot remain in between forever.
You're preaching to the choir, Morrigan. He won't say it, but he knows all of it.
What do you mean, a few can be opened from this side?
Some of the Illuvians have been left unlocked, like doors accidentally left ajar. All others are closed. They can be opened only from beyond.
Opened how?
With a key.
You have a key?
I suppose you have such a key?
The key can be many things. Each Illuvian is different. I have knowledge as well as power. Often that is enough.
Corypheus wants this.
Corypheus wants to come here?
This is not the Fade, but it is very close. Someone with enough power could tear down the ancient barriers.
And enter the Fade in the flesh, like Corypheus wanted to do with the Anchor.
He learned of the Illuvian in the Arbor Wilds as I did. He marshals the last of his forces to reach it. You have made Corypheus desperate, Inquisitor. We must work together to stop him, and soon.
Jesus. Oh, I'm a little tired, it seems. Briala. Watch out for elves in Halam Shiral. Almost no one notices they're even present. A servant scrubbing the floors, a waiter filling glasses, under-gardeners reading the border, maids and valets dressing nobles. There's no room, alcove or alley so private you can't find one there, and they're watching. They're organized. The rumor you've heard of some mastermind leading the elves is no rumor. I have reports that this Briala was Celine's personal spy and assassin, a bard of unusual skill who she's working with for now, we cannot confirm. Say nothing, they will hear you. Grand Duchess Floriane de Chalon. Your Grace, you requested the swiftest, surest method of getting a message to Grand Duke Gaspard, so I have arranged for you to meet his sister, Grand Duchess Floriane de Chalon. While she is of the least accounted among the current heirs to the Orlesian throne, her connection to her brother is extremely close. Gaspard will listen to anything she says. Be persuasive. I think those creature updates were because I handed in samples that made me deal more damage. I think. Yes. Wicked eyes and wicked hearts, the old gods will call to you. From their ancient prisons they will sing. Dragons with wicked eyes and wicked hearts. On blackened wings does the sea take flight. The first of my children lost tonight. Canticle of Silence, 3-6. The dissonant Canticle of Silence is an alternate creation story to the versions in the Canticle of Threnodies. Much of the Canticle is written from the point of view of the Maker himself as he addresses humankind, which is why it was ultimately considered a blasphemous presumption and removed from the verses of the chant. Popular attributed to Archon Hessarian, Silence depicts the Maker as more sorrowful at the corruption and betrayal of his children, both spirit and mortal. He mourns the fall and corruption of the old gods as his own mistake, and urges his mortal children to turn aside from the dark path their elder siblings have let them down. Most historians agree that Archon Hessarian had indeed likely written this canticle during the bloody Tevinter transfiguration. Literary scholars of the Imperium often cite this as one of the oldest recorded pieces of propaganda. In the 6th verse, the grieving Maker calls upon his mortal children to acknowledge that the dragon gods have manipulated and deceived them, and to throw off their corruptive influences and return to the light. As the people of Tevinter rose up and slaughtered anyone remaining faithful to their old gods, this became the rallying cry of the most terrible bloodbath in the history of the Imperium. So there was more. What did I miss? That one. The Lions of Orle. Teats. As to your question regarding why a lion is considered the symbol of Orle, particularly when the lion is a creature native only to the eastern Thedas, the answer is quite simple. It adorns the crest of the Velmonts, the family that has ruled the Empire since the end of the Exalted Age. And in truth, it is the Velmonts which have come to represent Orle. Before them, the Orlesian symbol was that of the descendants of Cordillus Dracon, a dragon. As to why the line adorns their crest, that dates back to the time of Lambert Valmont, a young captain of Orlais who distinguished himself at the Battle of Aesley, that great and infamous battle that ended the Fort Blight. It is said that young Valmont disregarded orders during the battle, taking his forces to relieve the beleaguered Antevans and saving them from absolute destruction. Though his superiors were at first chagrined, chalking up the captain's actions as an infatuation with a certain Antevan camp follower, this incidentally has never been confirmed. It later came to light that the Antevan force had been led by King Azar Alberto Campana himself. In the political realignment following the Blight's end, Antiva was an important ally to Orlais, and Lambert Valmont was an Antevan hero. He was given the hand of one of King Azar's daughters in marriage and elevated to noble rank, with a valiant lion to adorn his newly created heraldry. Sure, Teets. Sure. The Orlesian Emperor was forced to respond in kind, granting Valmont a marquisate. Imagine, if you will, the hero returning to Valrio from the Blight, sporting a wife with royal blood and the honors of 2 nations. This is why jealous nobles called him the Swaggering Lion, a nickname he embraced. It was Lambert Valmont's son Alphonse who later led the civil war against the usurper Xavier Dracon. He killed Xavier in single combat, giving rise to the great Orlesian legend of the lion slaying the dragon, putting an end to the Dracon dynasty as he assumed the throne and changing the Orlesian symbol forever. It's a kind of magic. Magic. Illuvians. Let me tell you something. There are mirrors, old mirrors, from the ancient times when our people ruled every part of this land. Only, they're not really mirrors, they're illuvians. You find some dusty old scholar, he's going to tell you our people used illuvians to talk to each other. Don't believe it. They're portals. You walk into one and eventually you come out the other side, or at least that is what I'm told. You ever wonder why they've never found any elven roads, like our ancestors never walked anywhere? That's why. They used illuvians. And there are still illuvians in the old places today. Some of them even work. And Brianna knows where they are. If we can get our hands on them, we'll have an advantage that no human could ever hope to counter. The ability to move across half of Thedas in a heartbeat. More reading. Where is... There we go. On Skyhold. Oh, there's more of these. Ah, that was a lot of codex entries.
You're the Inquisitor. You're very tall. Mother didn't say you were a Canary.
Is that a bad thing?
That's not such a terrible thing, is it?
No, I just feel bad about what happened to your people.
Kieran, are you bothering the Inquisitor?
Of course not. Did you see what's on his hand, Mother?
I did see. 'Tis time to return to your studies, little man.
Oh, look, it's Morgan's son.
My son. Never where you expect him to be, naturally.
He's your son?
I didn't know you had a son.
Why would you? I take great pains to not let my own reputation affect him in any way. To most in the Imperial Court, he's simply a quiet and well-spoken lad. Perhaps the heir of some distant family. But he goes where I go. Worry not, Inquisitor. Kieran is a curious boy, but seldom troublesome.
Where's his father?
Will his father be joining us as well?
It would be most unlikely. His father helped raise Kieran for a time, but events have conspired to take him elsewhere. So 'tis but the two of us, Inquisitor. Your fortress is a large place, and you will scarce notice our presence.
You must be proud.
He seems like a fine young man.
But not the sort one might expect a woman like me to raise. No son of mine would be raised in a marsh, bereft of contact with the outside world. His future will be difficult enough without my adding to his burden. To think, until recently this place stood decrepit, occupied only by the desperate and the lost. Now it is party to events that threaten to shake the world. I wonder if it is pleased.
You know about Skyhold?
It sounds like you've heard of Skyhold before.
This fortress was built upon the remains of a site holy to the ancient elves. They called it Terra Salan, the place where the sky is kept. It is said that from here, they reached up to the heavens to bring them down to rest. They abandoned it, as did the humans who came after them. Bones laid upon bones, silent until your arrival.
I'm rather proud of it.
I like this place. I've made it mine.
The magic in this place has seeped into the stones, protecting it from darkness. Those who let it fall to ruin did not know what they possessed. You, I think, shall do it justice. You were kind to welcome my aid, Inquisitor, even knowing as little of me as you do. I will do my best to aid your cause with all the knowledge at my disposal. This
Don't
I swear to you.
underestimate me, Morgan. You know very little about me. I know more about you than you think. Thank you.
I appreciate whatever help you can give us.
Some might think Corypheus a madman for seeking godhood. Yet one must ask, what were the old gods? What secrets of theirs did the ancient magisters know? What I fear, what all should fear, is not that Corypheus believes he can succeed. 'Tis that he actually may. Liliana gave me the note that the hero of Ferelden included for me. She may even have left it sealed. A pity. You would have learned things that could make even an Orlesian blush. Now, was there anything else?
Thoughts on the Inquisition?
Now that you've seen the Inquisition up close, what are your impressions?
'Tis remarkable what you have built. I will give you that. A web of favors has wrapped every noble family in southern Thedas around your fingers. All this in precious little time, conjured from thin air through the power of fervor alone. I wonder if Corypheus suspected what he was enabling, just as I wonder what will become of all this once he is defeated.
First, we must defeat him.
We have to defeat him first. Then I'll worry about what's next.
Should that happen, the world will lie at your feet, more or less. Beware the heights you reach, Inquisitor. When this is done, many will be eager to knock you back down.
Tell me more about you.
I'd like to know more about you.
Ah yes, whence comes the mystery woman slinking her way into the Inquisition's ranks? Once I was an apostate, living well away from the banal influence of the Chantry in the Kakari Wilds. Then came the Fifth Blight with its darkspawn, and I left Ferelden for the Empress's court. 'Tis certain the nobles of Orlais breathe a collective sigh of relief that I am now here.
You were in the Fifth Blight?
You were in Ferelden during the Blight?
The Blight began in the Kakari Wilds, so yes, I experienced it firsthand. Indeed, I fought at the hero of Ferelden's side for a time. He is the reason the Blight was defeated. We became close. Closer than I even thought possible. When I left, he pursued me. And after that, I came to Orlais. The last place one would look for me, or such was my hope.
So you're an apostate.
It's odd that an apostate could live so openly.
It confuses those who expect apostates to cower and hide. I stand boldly before them and demand to know why I need some Chantry mage to teach me to control my power. They would put me on a leash so they can feel safer at night. I am uninterested in their comfort. Naturally, it helps to have friends in high places.
Why the Orlesian court?
The Orlesian court seems like an odd place to find someone like you.
That was the point, originally. I knew the Empress was intrigued by the arcane, and that I could answer questions no Chantry mage could. Thus, we fit together nicely. I became her advisor, and she my benefactor and source of refuge. Truth be told, our arrangement would not have lasted much longer. Too many wagging tongues, even for Celine.
Tell me about Kieran.
Tell me more about your son.
He is a very special young man.
Special in what way?
In every way. At first, Kieran was a means to an end. But as he grew, I never thought of myself as a mother inquisitor. I had no good example to follow. I find myself becoming something I can barely recognize.
Goodbye.
I leave you to the garden.
As you like. I was pleased to learn you saved the Grey Wardens from their own self-destructive foolishness. For all their eagerness to shed blood for their cause, we will still need them should another blight arise. It's fortunate my warden was not there, or he would surely have been in the middle of it.
Your warden?
You might know him as the hero of Ferelden.
Oh, the irony of this conversation. You have a husband?
I didn't see you as the type to settle down, Morrigan.
It is not so domestic as you picture, but even so, it has far outstripped my expectations. My love is on a quest to combat the calling, the actual calling that signals the end of a warden's life. If he is successful, it will mean a long life for him, perhaps for them all. Once Corypheus has been defeated, I fully intend to join my love once more. Kieran misses him greatly.
Why didn't you go with him?
It seems odd he went on an adventure and you stayed behind.
We are neither of us so weak we would die of loneliness. Where he went, Kieran could not follow, and thus I remained behind to look after our son. We will be together again soon enough, and I am glad of it.
Can he stop the calling?
How can the calling be stopped? Is that actually possible?
Grand Enchanter Fiona was once a Grey Warden, but something removed the blight from her blood. Similarly, a warden mage named Avernus performed experiments that prolonged his life to unnatural lengths. So, we know it is possible. Indeed, 'twas I who found the lead my love now follows in the Western lands. Success is not guaranteed, of course, but he has never lacked for determination.
Are you happy?
Are the two of you happy together?
The three of us, and it is little business of yours.
I mean,
But
yes.
yes, I never thought to find someone in this world I could trust as an equal. He has been a good partner, and a good father. And now I pray we discuss something else, lest these honeyed words make me vomit.
I guess Morgan will be Morgan.
Is there any way the hero of Ferelden could help us against Corypheus?
'Tis unlikely. Corypheus uses the blight, but he is not controlled by it like a true darkspawn. Still, my love has ever been resourceful. I can give the Inquisition a means to send him a message. He will think this means I miss him, of course. Oh, he will be insufferably pleased with himself. I hope you appreciate this sacrifice.
Anything else,
I
Morgan?
imagine your forces will be heading into the Arbor Wilds very soon, Inquisitor.
Hi, Shady.
Trust me
How are
when I
you?
say that wherever the Illuvian is hidden, it is worth any effort to prevent Corypheus from...
Also, Morgan has matured a lot. She's gotten a lot better than she was in the first in the first Inquisition game. Because, you know, this is now Inquisition. It's no longer Dragon Age, it's just Inquisition 3. You had Inquisition Origin, Inquisition 2, and then you had Inquisition Dragon Age. Yeah, that's true, but she's gotten a lot better, but in a good way. Like, she changed in a way you didn't think she would change. Inquisition Interludes. Tell me.
I'd
Oh.
like to know more about you.
If you have questions, then ask.
Okay.
I leave you to the garden.
Until next time, then. Greetings, Inquisitor.
You know about elven lore?
You seem to know a great deal about elven lore.
The Dalish are not the only ones interested in the distant past, Inquisitor. Indeed, my skills allow me access to places the Dalish dare not even dream.
So, how are you, Shady, and how was
Ancient elves
work?
hold secrets they have not yet given up. Secrets about the foundation of Thedas itself. Thus, they are my focus. Corypheus clearly feels the same.
I leave you to the garden.
Until next time, then.
Maker, though the darkness comes upon
This
me,
is a special
I shall embrace
for
the light.
Cabot.
I shall
I'd
weather the
appreciate
storm.
if it was first on your
I
mind.
shall endure.
It's out of the
What
way.
you have created, no one can tear asunder.
Yes, and I would appreciate if it were first. But it's out of the way.
Your worship.
There will be extra compensation for you. As you wish.
But now that you're here, let's judge.
I do not believe a reminder is necessary for this accused. Her capture and disgrace could not have been more public. Grand Duchess Floriane de Chalon, although her titles are among the dignities already at risk of forfeiture. You spared her life despite her treachery. What becomes of it now falls to you.
Welcome to my party.
Out of your element, Floriane. Welcome to the Inquisition. My party.
Despite her posture, Lady Floriane has acknowledged your authority.
Should I curse you on behalf of the Elder One? I realize he had no intention of honoring the concordats I manipulated. Do as you must. I respect your mastery of the game, even as I despise your victory. Celine does not know her fortune.
Justice outfit match. Oh, some of these things in this game. Oh. I'm doubting between two. So the choices that I'm thinking of... Oh, how did your game go, Vic? Why do I have that? I'm pretty sure I'm not completely faithful. inquisitor, but okay, maybe I've been too manipulative. Maybe I'm so manipulative the game thinks I'm faithful. What about put her guile to work for us? Yeah, that's what I mean. He probably manipulated the people so much that the game reads him as faithful, even if he isn't. Because there's a difference between what we know and what the game reads, of course. But yeah, how was your game? Who did you play as, Vic? You know, somehow you telling... I believe you won, but you telling me easy doesn't really sell it for me. I know who we can raid later, but that is concern for later. Okay, what about exile? Well, maybe we shall start with the fact that your name is Just Trust Me. Maybe it's for the fact that every game I've been in with you in the past that you're like, it's easy, wasn't easy for me. Then again, that might just be because I suck at the game. So that's probably a whole different reason. But still, I figured. Someone's playing Helldivers. Shady, if you hurry, you can join him. So here's the thing, I'm half tempted to... Do people like it? Do people hate it? I'm actually curious about that. Because I'm actually... Yeah, I know. I'm planning on raiding Kato after this is done, but I'm half tempted to make her the court jester. Not because Dark would do that, just because I want to. Because this is actually one of the choices where I'm tempted to break character just to make her a jester. No, she's the court gremlin. Also, nobody likes Sarah. No, Teets, because latrine duty would still be too good for her. So now the question. So I have made a decision, but it's between two. Shady. It's either cloister or jester. How does that work? But yeah, I think I know what I'll choose.
She respects only the shallow demands of court. She must seek higher purpose. Florian de Chalon, you will be cloistered within the chantry.
Boredom, your worship. The sentence you have imposed is boredom.
Any clues to his next move?
Some, but not enough for us to go on just yet.
Inquisitor, I have a request. A favor, really. A lot of people helped me get where I... Oh, by the way, Shady, I created a new sword. I also learned that... Alright, see you later, Vic. I also learned that there is no tier... That there is no other tier 4 material other than the dragon stuff, which is only fire. So I made a tier 3 sword with dragon...
It was interesting to see how much has changed in Halam Shiral. And so little. Madame Méprise is a fixture. The sun will grow cold before she retires.
So I learned that... So I used level 3 storm metal or whatever, stormstone, I don't know what it's called, to create a blade with electric damage. I did make it masterwork, but I also learned that you can't put a spirit rune on it, nor can you turn it into a spirit weapon. So instead I made it a lightning sword with a master cold rune. A lot of people helped me get where I am today, and I've thanked them all except one, my father Jannar. He didn't really help, exactly. Forbid is closer, but family is family. Just like lyrium can only be worked by those who can't dream the fate, I am a person I am today because my father shaped me, and I still owe him for who I am. Trouble is, what I am is castless. I can't ever go back. And everything I've ever sent has been refused, so I was hoping I could put together a package and it could arrive in Ozamar with a little inquisition flair. Something to wow the gates and maybe get my father to look at it. That would ever be so sweet of you. A simple notice that we are grateful she is here. If he is proud, that will be enough. If he is not, ceremony will only sour him further. I suspect that it is less the gates and more the father that is the problem. Perhaps the package should simply appear in his smithy. He cannot deny it then. That wishes her father to know that she has a compass. I do like the sword. I haven't used it yet, but it looks dope. I called it a master sword. Yeah. That's what I figured. I was doubting between Colin or Josephine, but I might go with Colin.
Inquisitor.
From far off Montsemar, the songstress comes with lies and thoughtless gibes insult our name. I hated her in school. She pulled my hair. We must not let her make these vulgar claims. I would use Josephine here. Because that seems a little cruel for a rumor monger. No, this is ridiculous. Except, Colin, reputation is important. Yeah, let's do this. Hardin Hightown, a worthy dwarf. Nightingale. We removed the dwarf from his home in Hightown. He had another manuscript in progress, which we burned, doused in acid, and threw in the sea. Apparently, he has beef with Varric for setting up the champion of Kirkwall with another runecrafter. He ranted about better beards and true dwarfs, and then declared himself the greatest writer in Cadus. At which point Fletcher laughed so hard she started choking. The dwarf is a menace, and he claims he didn't send a note to Skyhold. Cooper. The tumult of the Mage Rebellion has been quelled. However, the city where it all began, Kirkwall, still suffers from the consequences of the fanatic Anders's actions. Kirkwall was once my home. It was the home of Grand Cleric Altina, who was a mother to me and so many others. I will not watch it languish. Starkhaven will soon embark on a mission of aid. We will send troops and workers to assist the rebuilding and restoration of the city. I humbly entreat the Inquisitor for help in this endeavor. Liliana, it's been a pleasure. Zevran. House Amladaris. Dorian has completed his research using the Liberalum and believes he has found a connection between Corypheus and an agent magister named Setius of House Amladaris. This will be difficult to prove and may be of limited use, but it's worth noting that House Amladaris still exists. Even the accusations that Corypheus and Setius are the same person would be worthy of a scandal into Winter, one that the current members of that family might be desperate to avoid. I had our people remove the downward-pointing triangular symbols from our outposts. They have not made a reappearance, which means little. It's clear someone has an interest in the Inquisition. Someone organized, with ties to those across the sea. We've eliminated the Kunari as the most obvious suspect. Nonetheless, knowing who they're not does not tell us who they are, what they're doing, or why. They're clever, we know that, and they have resources. But so do we, and we should learn that they do not toy with the Inquisition. Liliana. If our investigations have any hope of succeeding, we'll have to strike hard and fast before they even know we're looking. Coordinate effort, hitting all the leads we've got at once. I think we should make sure about everything, so I'll send Liliana on this mission. And the first thing that I am now going to do, the first mission that I'm going to do, is I'm going to help Liliana. I still have so much to do. A letter written by the divine Justinia and posthumously delivered to Liliana directed Liliana to visit Valens, a small village on the waking sea. The divine left something in the chantry that Liliana must see. I'll take Vivian. I'll take Cole. And I'll take Cole and Varric. I think that would be good to have that pair along. Maybe instead of Vivian I'll take Cassandra with me. No, because I'll take Vivian with me. No. I'll take Solus. Because I can't take Vivian and I can't take Cassandra with me because I'm obviously trying to lobby Liliana for the new divine. So yeah.
It's just as I remember it.
You've been here before?
You didn't tell me you'd been here before.
After the Blight ended, I came here to see Justinia. She was just Dorothea then, a revered mother.
Peaceful little chunker.
It's peaceful here. You must have good memories of this place.
It was a place of comfort. It is good to see it still untouched by Corypheus.
Liliana, is that you?
Sister Natalie, what are you doing here? I thought you were in Val Rayo.
No, I've been here since Justinia died. This place makes me feel like she's still with us.
Inquisitor, this is Natalie, a trusted friend.
Wait, Inquisitor? You brought the Inquisitor here? My lord, forgive me for not recognizing you earlier.
I'd rather not be recognized.
I wish more people would fail to recognize me.
Oh, I see.
Natalie, listen. There is something hidden here. Something Justinia left for me.
Oh, really? What is it?
I don't know. but we'll find it. I'm curious to see what brought us all here. Justinia's letter came with instructions for me. They were a little cryptic. Always remember that faith sprung from a barren branch. That light has no fear of darkness. Above all, that strength lives in an open heart.
She must be hinting at something in here. Let's look around.
Do they still sing verses from the benedictions every Friday? That canticle was Justinia's favorite.
Yes, of course. Traditions of a most beloved divine.
That is lovely to hear. I stare up at the breach sometimes. It's terrifying, but beautiful in its way.
It is beautiful.
Justinia's enemies are making their move, vying for position and the Sunburst throne.
Above all, that strength lives in an open heart, that light has no fear of darkness.
An open heart? Well, that one's quite literal. Passion was my greatest strength. Doubt is easy. It takes courage to trust. What was that? Looks like we opened something. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Liliana, stop! What are you doing?
I'm protecting us. They never sing the benedictions here on Fridays, Natalie. Something so simple. And you got it so wrong. I wanted to believe, but you were lying from the start. Keep that pretty mouth shut if you must, dear. You've already told me everything I need to know. The prickleweed burrs on your hem, talking about the sun rising through the breach. It all points to a single place. Morel in the Dales, Grand Cleric Victoire's bastion. She sent you, didn't she? Victoire was always an opportunist.
Grand Cleric Victoire?
Who is this Grand Cleric? I've never heard of her.
An experienced cleric. She never agreed with Justinia, but kept her ideas to herself. I suppose now, with Justinia dead, she thought she could make her move.
What were your plans?
I want to know what this Grand Cleric planned here.
She sent Natalie here to see what Justinia was hiding, no?
The Inquisition has turned Thivas away from the true chantry. It must be stopped.
Stop us? You must be joking.
Mother Victoire is well loved by many. The Inquisition has more enemies than you know.
And Victoire thinks she can ally with them.
Join us, Natalie.
We don't have to be at odds, Natalie. You could come with us. Join the Inquisition.
I was called to serve the Grand Cleric.
What?
I will not betray her. Kill me then. I am not afraid to die for my beliefs.
I do want to...
I still know what I believe.
I do want to soften her, because I think Liliana will be better not being hardened. Yep. Let her go.
Release her, Liliana. She is no threat.
The Grand Cleric?
She is one woman. We are the Inquisition.
The Inquisitor has spoken. Run. Tell your mistress that she has a choice. The Inquisition is coming. can't be it. There's nothing here.
It's not nothing.
It's not what you expected. That doesn't mean it's nothing.
There's a message carved in the lid. The left hand should lay down her burden. She's releasing me. The divine has a long reach, but it is always her left hand that stretches out. 1,000 lies, 1,000 deaths. Her commands, but my conscience that bore the consequences.
What she said in the fade.
She apologized in the fade. She said she failed you. This is what she meant.
All this time, Justinia carried the fear that she was using me. Just like I'd been used in the past. But Marjolaine's games were trifles. Justinia gambled with the fate of nations. She needed me. No one else could have done what I did. She knows
Yes. I was planning on doing that.
You have to let it go. Let her go. You don't owe her anything anymore.
If it were not for you, I would have killed Natalie and called it a good thing. Thank you for showing me what was right when I couldn't see it for myself. There are things that must be said, but not here. I will see you back at Skyhold.
Come here. Oh, Luna, is this what you want? You want to be close to me? Luna? Look, you're on stream. My little fur baby. No. Okay, let's go talk with everyone now. Boop. No, Luna. Look, it's not because I have one hand that you can do more than what you usually can try. Luna. Luna, you're kind of ruining my angles. You can sit there, I don't mind.
Here is the request,
Crown Cleric requires offered the ambassador support for the Inquisition.
Ah, Natalie is as persuasive as ever.
I'm told that Ambassador Montilier is pleased with the restraint you showed in Valence.
She's positively beside herself. I will never hear the end of it.
Niceness before knives, Liliana. Haven't I always told you?
Will that be all, my lady?
For now.
Ah, new friends. Are you gonna eat me? Are you gonna eat me? Am I a snack, Luna? The stream is being held hostage, isn't it? Munchkin? Ah, New friends.
I love making new friends, don't you?
It was a gamble, Inquisitor, but it paid off. If you hadn't been with me at Valence, I would have killed Natalie. I'd have told you that I didn't have a choice. But there is always a choice. I am more than this. I am more than what Justinia made me.
Alright. I hope you enjoy Dark's choices. Are you quitting?
What does this mean for my inquisition? Will you still be my spy master?
Of course. I would not give up my post. Not after everything we've built. I just know now that I shouldn't ignore my heart. Mercy is not always a weakness.
Are you angry at Justinia?
Do you resent Justinia for what she did?
How can I when there is so much between us? When she gave her life for peace? No, I believe her intentions were pure. Most intentions are.
You're more than she ever was, than even she was.
You've exceeded her. She could never have imagined the power you now hold.
And now I will know how to use that power wisely. I have to stay true to who I really am, before a spy master left hand or barred. I almost lost myself. Did you need something?
You're well connected.
You seem to know a great many people.
I have made friends, and on occasion enemies. It's unavoidable.
Luna. Tell me about Morrigan.
What do you know of Morrigan?
She's changed. She used to be so disagreeable, cruel. She said things just to hurt people. Now the sharp edges have worn away. Perhaps it was Kieran. He seems so normal, like any other little boy, and so polite. Not that I was expecting anything else. I mean,
We'll talk
We
later.
can continue this conversation later.
you know where I am. Yes?
Any updates?
Anything I should know?
Celine has cemented power in Orlais. Good, we need an ally like her. At the moment, she's said to be rooting out the last of Gaspard's supporters. Once that is done, we will have a united Orlais behind the Inquisition.
Any other updates?
Anything I should know?
I've nothing to report at the moment.
Carry on.
I'll leave you to your work.
Note found in Skyhold Rookery. Sadler, Baron Plucky. I don't care how many missions he's flown, or how many lives his actions have saved. He's a holy terror. Nearly packed out my eye last time I tried to attach the message to him. All the dramatic flapping and squawking caused his sister to come over. You should have seen her look when she snatched the letter from me. If I had a weaker constitution, it might have killed me on the spot. I suppose she thought I was trying to murder her prized raven. And all she had to do was coo at him, and the Baron hopped onto her shoulder, all sweetness, and nestled into her neck. How does she do it? All the birds like her. Is it blood magic? It's blood magic, isn't it?
A request has been made of you, Inquisitor. Here it is.
How are the duties going? Goodbye.
As you were.
Yes, Inquisitor.
I heard of your verdict on Alexius, Inquisitor. Research on your behalf is almost too kind. I hope you know what you're doing. Do be wary of anything that man proposes.
Everything is well?
I trust everything is well with the mages?
We're mostly relieved. An alliance with the Inquisition offers security, although who knows for how long.
Carry on.
I'll leave you to it.
Marvelous business, the Winter Palace. Saving the day, reconciling lovers, mediating a civil war. So sugary, it's nauseating. All this dancing, politics, and murder. Makes me a bit homesick.
Happy I could help.
Happy to oblige. A taste of home, just for you.
Not just for me. Fun for the whole family.
Perhaps I should have invited some.
We were there. That's what counts. I hope you tried the ham they were serving, by the way. Tasted of despair. Fascinating.
I should go.
You know where I'll be. The Inquisitor's work is never done, I see.
I should go.
As you wish.
Let's go talk to Solus.
There are spirits hovering by the veil to observe the thrones of powerful nations, the machinations, betrayals. After our time in Halam Shiral, I understand why. I had forgotten how I missed court intrigue.
Glad you like it.
I'm pleased you had a good time.
Political gambits, broken promises, half-truths. It is a palace full of motivation, and motivation is where great things happen. In any event, Celine should now be a steadfast ally. And Brianna as well, thanks to your efforts on her behalf.
I hope it helps the elves.
I hope Briala is able to use her position to help your people.
How would helping Briala help? Oh, you mean elves? I'm sorry, I was confused. I do not consider myself to have much in common with the elves.
I agree.
Nor should you. You're not defined by the shape of your ears. They're not your people.
No, they are not. I joined the Inquisition to save the world. Regardless of who my people are, this was the best way to help them. As for the elves of Orlais, I believe Briala is doing quite well on their behalf. She is an admirable woman.
I agree.
She's done good work. Hopefully with our help, she can help them even more.
Yes. However much I identify, or fail to identify, with her people, Briala's efforts have been remarkable. She organized resistance against a powerful enemy, using only her wits and the resources at hand. That demands respect, especially in a world where most would look at her and only see a pair of pointed ears. My friend.
We'll talk later. Goodbye.
A lot has happened. Oh, actually, because he's the hardest to reach. Let me go talk with Colin.
I'd be perfectly happy never again setting foot in the Winter Palace. It wasn't the gossip and backstabbing, I know what the game entails, but the indifference to it all.
I know what you mean.
I didn't care for it myself.
I shouldn't be surprised. Chantry can be the same. Their politics are less extravagant, but just as heated. The Empress rules a country. The Divine influences half a continent.
That is all.
That's all for now.
I'm sure you have other matters to attend. Was there something you needed?
That is all.
That's all for now.
Another time then.
You know, it's surprising I haven't had any missions from Vivian.
Inquisitor.
If you require any assistance.
I have occasionally spoken with her. Oh, this is new. Just as I said that.
I wonder if you might help me with a delicate situation. There is an alchemical formula that I must complete, but I have been unable to obtain a critical ingredient. The heart of a snowy wyvern. I had arranged to obtain one, but the chevaliers working with me were killed in the Civil War.
Tell me about the wyvern.
If I'm going to hunt down a snowy wyvern, I need you to tell me everything you know about it.
They're quite rare and exceedingly dangerous. Their venom is the most potent of any wyvern. Ordinary hunters would not make the attempt. The risk is too great. You, my dear, would certainly be an equal to this monster.
What is this formula?
I didn't know you were an alchemist, Vivienne. What exactly is this project you're working on?
It is a special request from a member of the Council of Heralds. I am still the Imperial Court Enchanter, after all. The matter is private. That is all there is to say.
You won't tell me?
You want me to risk my life to get this thing for you, but won't tell me what it's for.
My dear, it is hardly proper for me to blab the secrets of those who put trust in my discretion. I would not have attained my position at court if I didn't know when to be silent.
Why do you want my help?
I'm not a hunter. Why do you think I can help?
This beast is not hunted for sport, as other wyverns sometimes are. It is far more deadly. In the past, chevaliers have been dispatched to either kill the creatures or drive them away from villages. Since my chevaliers have fallen to political conflict, I find myself in need of someone with a martial aptitude.
Alright. I'll help you.
I'll do what I can.
Thank you, my dear. I would be most grateful. I shall give the location of its lair to Cullen. Remember, my dear, I must have its heart or the potion will not work. I eagerly await your success.
I assume this is a war table mission? From the Exalted Plains. I should already have that. I see. For the moment, let's travel. Let's get this mission out of the way first. And since this is a wyvern, let's take Dorian, Iron Bull, and her. Let's take her along. Let's take him. Have somebody with a decent shield and decent armor. To be fair, I was planning on that, and chances are I'm going to have to do it by myself anyway, but I still want to take along someone with somewhat... Oh wait, I had Iron Bull. I forgot I had a tank. Let's take her along then. Why not? Yeah, I'm gonna make her kill her own wyvern.
Nothing to report, sir.
Oh, they're all level up. That's a good one. But yeah, so as you can see, Shady, I got 111 damage Master Sword crafted. It's a good one. I mean, stat-wise, it's a good one. Extra attack, extra armor penetration, extra critical damage, so I did focus on pushing out all the damage that I could put into it. Then the cold damage, electric damage. It's a level 22 staff. I don't know what level I am though. I'm a level. It's a the weapon is a level higher than I am. I did have to use a special item, but I figured since this was the strongest I could make him, I used the item that gave me 100% chance of masterwork, masterpiece, whatever that's called. So we are looking for a snow wyvern. There's more. Oh, there is more. I didn't. Or vaguely, but I'm not sure if that's if that is it what I'm hearing. Because I'm hearing a lot of things. It's so hard to get to stuff here. Oh. Hi. I've gotten a lot of the upgrades, yes. I upgraded the garden, I upgraded the courtyard, and I have upgraded the tower. There it is. I'm gonna get a real one. I'm back to Skyhold. Oh yeah, I'm just that good. No, but yeah, I think I got the 3 upgrades to Skyhold. Unless there are more upgrades, which could be. Empress Celine, unconquered. Empress Celine has proven beyond a doubt that she is the rightful ruler of Orlais. The usurper Grand Duke Gaspard de Chalon met his downfall in Haram Shiral, heralding the end of the War of the Lions. With Gaspard defeated, the Empress's reign will continue unchallenged as she carries Orlais into the Golden Age. All hail Celine, long may she reign, Crier Balinus.
Grand, isn't it? To know the sanctity of our great institutions is intact.
Say what now?
The Empress. She holds the throne, as she should, and buoyed with that glory go my petitions.
Right, your 7th cousin.
Third, my glory is assured.
Nice knowing you. Sort of.
No time. Working.
Your worship.
Vivian's alchemy notes. A suitable replacement for the Premiatus root must be derived, as the plant went extinct during the Second Blight. Dried red moss cut from Wandering Hill has shown similar restorative effects. An emulsion of silverite and elf fruit extract can counteract the fatal toxicity of red moss. The solution must be heated for exactly 75 minutes with magical flame. Mundane fires, regardless of fuel type, have been found to burn at too low a temperature. The heart of the snowy wyvern must be added at the last possible moment. The compound becomes unstable when exposed to light, even if stored in perfect darkness. It is only viable for 3 days. It begins to degrade in potency in a matter of hours, and experimentation has shown that the age regression effect decreases steadily over time from the moment it is synthesized. By the 2nd day, the results are almost too subtle to detect, and by the 3rd, it is entirely useless. So this is an anti-aging?
Heads or tails of this. Age regression. What is this potion for?
So she's making herself look younger. Is that it?
What can I do for you, my dear? Is it too much to hope that you've brought me the heart of the snowy wyvern?
I've got it.
I've brought you the heart as requested.
Inquisitor, you are a treasure. Please accept this as your payment. I must begin work immediately. I should apologize. I must admit that I'd completely misjudged you, Inquisitor. I would like you to come with me to see this through.
No spoilers. I'll see what it's for.
This should only take a moment, Inquisitor. I'm here, my darling. Yes, darling.
It's going to be alright, my love.
My darling? Bastien?
I'm so sorry.
Vivienne, I'm sorry.
There's nothing here now.
Even with all of that, I still don't like her. She's an ass. I feel sorry for her. That doesn't mean that I like her personality anymore. She doesn't look like one. She has the personality of one. And not the good kind of donkey like Eddie Murphy. Donkey!
Bastien is dead. I can hardly believe. It was the Wintersend Ball. My first visit to the Imperial Palace. The Circle sent a dozen of us to entertain the nobility. I was in awe of everyone and everything, and then our eyes met. Bastien spent the entire ball at my side. The Dowager tried to have him killed for slighting her, but he didn't care.
Love at first sight.
Falling in love across a crowded ballroom. Sounds like something out of a children's story.
He was a dashing rogue, and any defects he might have had were made up for with rank and importance. It was a more innocent time, I suppose. Now he's gone, and I must write to his son Laurent. And his sister will make a terrible fuss if she isn't informed first. And I'll need to arrange for the Chantry services. Maker only knows how long that will take.
Is there anything I can do?
If I can help you, just say the word.
No, my dear. I'll handle everything. Excuse me, I have so much to do. How may I help you?
No, Luna. God damn it. However, this is where I'm going to take a short break. I'll be back in 10 to 15 minutes. See you all in a moment. Hello, and welcome back. So without further ado, let's continue.
How may I help you?
Never mind. There's still a couple of people that I need to talk to. I should go talk to Dorian. Talk to Morgan, I've talked to Vivian.
Thank you. Inquisitor.
What's new?
What's been going on?
Just relaxing. Taking a breath. You need to sometimes to keep sane.
Alright.
I have to go.
Let's start with Cassandra again.
I trust all is well.
I'd like your advice. Goodbye.
That's enough for now.
Another time, then.
Hold here, your worship.
Goodbye.
As you were.
We are here for you, Inquisitor.
I think I have 2 sad splinters. Yeah, I need 1 more.
Nothing? Unfortunate.
Would that I could. Right. That's why.
So, let's have a look. Right, I needed to talk to Blackwall.
Have you heard of the new procedures coming out of Orlais? A hole drilled into the skull will cure most ailments. Imagine not to be dependent on magic.
Stop following me.
I haven't taken a step. Yet here you are.
I don't know what to do.
Pain hides behind certainty. Not knowing, searching, is a first step.
Good to see you again, Inquisitor.
So Blackwall has a mission. Let's take a look.
Want a drink? I've a hankering for company. When I was a boy, there were these urchins who roamed the streets near my father's house. One day, they found a dog. A wretched little thing. It came to them for food. They caught it, tied a rope around its neck, and strung it up.
Wow.
Do you know what I did?
You saved it?
You stopped them? Cut the dog down?
I did nothing. Not a damn thing. It was crying. I saw the kicking legs, the neck straining and twisting. And I turned around, went inside, and closed the door. I could have told my father, or alerted someone. I didn't. I just pretended it wasn't happening.
You were a child.
You said you were just a boy.
I was old enough to know the dog was suffering and that it was wrong. I may as well have tied the noose myself. We could make the world better. It's just easier to shut our eyes.
Don't let that stop you.
Nothing worth doing is easy.
Look at you. You would have done the right thing. We're lucky there are people like you in the world. There's always some dog out there. Some fucking mongrel that doesn't know how to stay away.
I can respect Black Wolf.
Inquisitor?
How's morale?
What's the current mood? Hope in the face of reality.
Know any rumors?
What's the word out there?
Someone requested a dragon flagon. I threw him out.
Alright.
As you were.
Inquisitor.
Let's go back to Black Wolf.
Inquisitor.
A message from Blackwell. Inquisitor, you've been a friend and an inspiration. You've given me wisdom to know right from wrong, and more importantly, the courage to uphold the former. It's been an honor to serve you.
The Spy Master has confirmed it. Blackwall is gone.
He would not have left unless he had a good reason.
It is not for me to speculate on Blackwall's motivations. Sister Liliana had us search the Warden's quarters. Not much to find, except this. It was missing from last week's reports. I don't know what Blackwall's interest in this particular matter is, but it could be a good place to start.
Crumpled report. A crumpled sheet of paper. It looks like it was removed from a recent report to Sister Liliana. Lieutenant Cyril Mornay, one of the soldiers responsible for the Callier massacre on 9/37, was captured in Lights. Like the others who were arrested for their involvement, Mornay insists that he did not know who he was assassinating and that he was just following the orders of his captain. The captain, Tom Rainier, is still at large. Mornay is to be executed within the week in Val Royal.
That'll do fine. Inquisition?
A lot of horses.
How are your charges? Well supplied?
Oversupplied. Never thought a mountain pass could seem like luxury.
Goodbye.
Farewell.
Make her be with you.
Hey, Shady. Hey, Teets. I am about to pour salt into some very open wounds.
That'll do fine.
No, but it is a black horse. Must be from all the charm. Let's go. Let's go help Blackwall out. Let's take Varric with me. Oh, Vivian's image changed. I don't think Solos is a good pick for this mission. Let's go with this group for now. Man, if you compare Dark to Iron Bull, Dark is very refined for a Kunari.
Cyril Mornay, for your crimes against the Empire of Orlais. For the murders of General Vincent Callier, Lady Laurette Callier, their 4 children, and their retainers. You are sentenced to be hanged from the neck until dead. Do you have anything to say in your defense? Very well.
Well, this is grim.
Proceed.
Stop!
A Grey Warden.
This man is innocent of the crimes laid before him. Orders were given and he followed them like any good soldier. He should not die for that mistake.
Then find me the man who gave the order.
Oh, shit.
Blackwall! No, I am not Blackwall. I never was Blackwall. Warden Blackwall is dead, and has been for years. I assumed his name to hide like a coward from who I really am.
You, after all this time.
It's over. I'm done hiding. I gave the order. The crime is mine. I am Tom Rainier.
You swear it's true? They saw her in Valchevin?
One of her friends was killed. She did him proper.
I swear I heard she was in Starkhaven. How does she do it?
She has friends everywhere. That's all that matters.
Can you believe it? Tom Rainier himself.
What do you know of Rainier?
You must know something about Rainier.
I know what everyone knows. He'll hang for the massacre of a noble and his family.
Where's this Rainier?
Where did they take the prisoner?
In the jail of the marketplace. If you've goodbyes to say them now. It's a damn mess, but believe you me, it'll be sorted out quick. Lots of people can't wait to see that man swing. Guess not.
Well, this is a plot twist.
I don't have a concern about this. Corypheus or what have you? The right.
There is no doubt. Captain Tom Rainier.
He wore the shield.
That is concerning, yes.
Concerning? He's a butcher.
When it all cleared, she was still in charge. So what was the point?
Inquisitor, you would not believe the number of alliances shattered and broken.
Sounds like a war.
Oh, it seems so. And I've decided to go a different way entirely.
Is that good?
We shall see.
I didn't take Blackwall's life. I traded his death. He wanted me for the Wardens, but there was an ambush. Darkspawn. He was killed. I took his name to stop the world from losing a good man. But a good man, the man he was, wouldn't have let another die in his place.
What you did was brave.
You saved that man. That took courage.
Courage? I killed innocent people. Destroyed Mornay's life and the lives of others like him. One moment of courage will not make up for that. Why are you here?
I want to help.
I needed you to know you aren't alone in this.
Don't you understand? I gave the order to kill Lord Callier, his entourage, and I lied to my men about what they were doing. When it came to light, I ran. Those men, my men, paid for my treason while I was pretending to be a better man. This is what I am. A murderer, a traitor, a monster.
I know you're more than what you say. Have some faith in yourself.
Yes.
Who was the real Blackwall?
I need to know about Blackwall. The real Blackwall.
We met in a tavern when I was on the run. I was nothing. A waste of life. But he wanted to recruit me. We headed to Valshavan for the joining. But Blackwall insisted on making a stop along the way. An old ruin from one of the previous blights. He said it led to the deep roads. I was to go down alone, find a darkspawn, and fill a vial with its blood. When I returned, I found the warden ambushed by more of the creatures. He took a blow for me. He shouldn't have died. It should have been me.
Maybe. But he didn't think so.
Not saying I disagree, but Blackwall clearly thought you were worth saving.
No one should have died for me. He would have wanted me to carry on to Valshavan, I'm certain. But without Blackwall, there's no proof that I've been recruited. That I didn't kill him. I couldn't go to the Wardens. But I couldn't just walk away. So, Rainier died. And Blackwall lived.
Who's done Rainier?
Who were you before this mess?
I was a respected. But it wasn't enough. One mistake. One mistake and everything I worked for fell apart.
Who's Monet?
The man on the gallows, Mornay. Who was he?
My second in command. He was a good man. When I heard he'd been caught, I was resolved to stop his execution. Couldn't let another die for my mistake.
I need to know the details of what you did. Who you killed. Why?
I betrayed the Empire and assassinated a general, all for gold. The man was General Vincent Callier. My employer was a Chevalier, Robert Chapuis. Sir Robert believed that Grand Duke Gaspard was the rightful ruler of Orlais and would eventually take the throne. He thought that by eliminating one of Celine's loyal supporters, he might endear himself to the true Emperor. I can't say if Robert's plan would have worked. I didn't care. There was good coin offered, and I took it. By the time Sir Robert's involvement was uncovered, I was long gone. Of course, the Grand Duke disavowed any knowledge of the act and publicly condemned it. Robert killed himself. Poison in his wine. Another victim of the great game.
What did you tell your men?
You got your men to help you. What did you tell them?
They didn't know who they were attacking. I told them it was an important mission. They trusted me without question, just as your men trust you.
Armies need commanders.
Armies are weapons. Weapons don't wield themselves.
Weapons don't have lives, families, dreams. An army is not just a weapon.
So you murdered Cavier's family.
My reports say that Callier was with his family. You had them all slaughtered.
I didn't know Callier would be traveling with his family. I assumed only soldiers, armed guards. My men had been told to eliminate everyone. They'd seen war. They thought they were defending their country. No one likes to think about that. But it's names that carry power in this world. Bloodlines. Heirs. No matter how leaders like Celine or Gaspard pretend the game is played, that's how real war is waged.
It shouldn't be that way.
That shouldn't be how wars are fought. There's no need.
War is unfair, and the sky is blue. But you're right. There was no need for what I did.
There's another thing I'm still wondering.
Yes.
I have to go.
That's all for now.
Let's see if I can stop this execution.
I have Liliana's report on Tom Rainier.
Summarize it?
Give me the overview.
Looks like our friend was once a respected captain in the Imperial Orlesian army. Before the Civil War, he was turned, persuaded to assassinate one of Celine's biggest supporters. He led a group of fiercely loyal men on this mission, and told them nothing of it. His men took the fall for him. A few lucky ones, like Mornay, managed to escape.
Thank you.
This is helpful, or at least educational.
Don't blame yourself. We all made this mistake. What do we do now? Rainier has accepted his fate, but you don't have to. We have resources. If he's released to us, you may pass judgment on him yourself.
What would you do?
If it were up to you, what would happen?
What he did to the men under his command was unacceptable. He betrayed their trust, betrayed ours. I despise him for it. And yet he fought as a warden, joined the Inquisition, gave his blood for our cause. And the moment he shakes off his past, he turns around and owns up to it. Why?
People change.
He wanted to change. To prove that he'd really left his past behind, he had to face up to it.
Saving Mornay the way he did took courage, I'll give him that. But I can't tell you what to do.
Get him out.
Have Rainier released to us.
We must move quickly. We can explore our options back at Skyhold.
Oh boy. Oh. And then to think I haven't actually started questing yet. I am still just running around circles in Skyhold, talking to my friends. Why is that optional, by the way?
Your worship.
Yeah, a lot of things did. I wanna save him. I understand what he's doing, but dying for what happened isn't going to help him clear his sins. If he wants...
I have requests for information on your lineage from a few interested parties at the Winter Palace.
Andraste, preserve me. Feel free to use those requests as kindling.
No, I shall take them. I want to know who pines for our commander. We can use this to our advantage.
I am not bait.
Hush. Just look pretty.
Oh, that conversation. Anyway. Liliana informs me that your contacts in the underworld could aid in having Rainier released from prison. This would conveniently mask the Inquisition's involvement. Colin. So... Oh. Got that. Okay. The liar's song is all too quick to forget, and at a word her patrons... Excuse me? In other words, her patrons turn aside. Why is there a sword called the Greatest Hits? That's another 14 minutes. That's another hour. Fair. Oh, that's good for her. She has the greatest hits.
Yes?
Why not?
I wanted to spend some time with just you and me, Josephine.
Why, that sounds lovely.
There really are a lot of awkward angles because Dark is as tall as he is. Many cutscenes in this game weren't made for a Kunari. Also, look, Morrigan and her son.
Heaven has been filled with silence.
is a problem that needs your attention, Inquisitor.
Josephine, Farrick, Vivienne.
Know this. There is but one.
Your worship.
All things are known to our
Hush. Yes, yes, that's what I mean.
Inquisitor.
Inquisitor. Carry on.
I'll leave you to your work.
Yes, the darkspawn. Is there anyone I haven't talked to yet? No, I've talked to everyone. What missions do I have? Need to wait for that. Un Prix de Léon, un Prix de Léon. Un Prix de Léon. I don't think I have Philandris yet. So, I'm going to do that. I am going to say that I'm going to do one more mission and then I might call it up. I think some of the food that I scavenged over last week might not have been completely agreeing with me, and it is causing me to have a severely dry throat, which makes talking while being healthy like this in the wastelands. In order to be healthy, I need to keep wearing the mask even inside. It is making it rather difficult to speak, so I might have to spend a little extra time in the decontamination chamber and get some extra fluids in the safe room.
Handle the mirror with care. It has been known to bite.
Do they sell plants here? No. No plants. Well then. It seems that the item I wanted to get wasn't even available there. So I'm going to do one more sweep and then I'm probably gonna call it up for now. I should, if all things go as planned, I should be back Wednesday for the full 4 hours. So let me just check out the shops.
Apologies.
You'll have any requests and the associated billing when it is appropriate.
That's not what I think you meant.
I am well aware of that.
Well, Wednesday we are going to try and see if we can save or at least help Blackwall. Sorry for the shorter stream today. It's just that I have difficulty talking and I don't want to overdo it. But at least I did stream. It's been a bit of a hectic period lately, so it was difficult to stream, but I'm glad that I'm getting my days back in. Even though it's not a full day, I am going to try and go back to the regular schedule. Regretfully, I can't do it right now, but I'll try and slowly get back in the pacing of things. So let me set up a raid. Let me get ready to join in the raid. And with that, I wish you all a very pleasant evening. Stay safe out there, Wastelanders. After all, it's a dangerous world out there.